I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Hello collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host Christopher, and a quick reminder, we had our first giveaway not too long ago. We're having our second giveaway right now. And just so you know, if you're down with some Halo, this is what we're giving away. Walgreens exclusive Halo 4 inches, 2 of them. If we hit 500 subscribers, which very well may never happen, but nonetheless, remember the Discount Action Figure Dude would never ask you to like or subscribe or ring the notification or none of that nonsense. But if you are interested in entering your name to my Excel randomized spreadsheet, I need to know who you are. So we did a couple of Captain America videos, and I'm like, you know what? Since I already got my caps all set up, ready to go, looking good, let's do a Bootleg Alley. Bootleg Alley episode 7 or 8. I don't know which one it is. I'm losing count of my Bootleg Alley episodes, but obviously, since we're doing Captain America's, I think, and we already did a Captain America Bootleg Alley. That was the Figma Captain America, which did have some issues, and I might add, a broke on my ass too after the video. So there you go. When Bootleg Alley returns with his normal backdrop, he will be there. His broken ass will be there. Nonetheless, we are here to take a look at the amazing Yamaguchi Captain America. More or less. Obviously, this isn't the actual amazing Yamaguchi. This is something that was picked up from AliExpress maybe some months ago. Never opened until today as we check out this particular bootleg, and let's say we cut this bootleg bitch open. And here goes a bootleg cap out of the box, looking pretty weird, which is less a bootleg thing and totally a Revoltech amazing Yamaguchi type thing. Looking pretty good though, I will say. And this one, unlike some of the other bootlegs, they didn't scrimp on the presentation, or in other words, they didn't try to pretend this is something other than a bootleg amazing Yamaguchi. I mean, like, we take a look at the box, the back of the box here has got the, as just like a real amazing Yamaguchi there with everything that you get there. And not to mention, on the inside of the box, the label, you got this dope looking Avengers artwork. I mean, this is almost quite frameable, this thing here. It looks so good. But let's say we take a closer look at Steve Rogers' amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech bootleg Captain America. So let's take a closer look at Bootleg Cap, who is literally all over the place, quality-wise, when we're looking at this guy. I could see where a amazing Yamaguchi figure can easily fall into bootleg territory, because there are a lot of moving parts on this figure or any amazing Yamaguchi figure, which means there are a lot of points of potential failure. His joints, for instance, are really loose, like this, his waist is super loose, but his legs, on the other hand, are so tight that I am pretty sure that these will snap. Yeah, that's gonna break. I can almost feel it breaking already. If you look a closer look at his shoulders are a little bit on the crooked side. Obviously, his left shoulder, his right shoulder, his left shoulder droops, his right shoulder's up. I think they're supposed to go up and down to try to even that out, but that's not moving. And that too looks like a point of failure that could easily break. His helmet, I think, as you can see, he's kind of hunched over. I think what's supposed to happen is his neck recedes back into his back part here, but ooh, and there goes his leg. Yeah, like I said, not broken, but just his leg didn't break, just fell off, and I wanted to see if I could just snap it back in, and actually it kind of slid in. I think if you're going to put that in, you want to hear a snap, but that's not what I heard, so that will probably be a problem moving forward with this figure. But I was pointing out his head, which I think it's supposed to recede back into here while he's hunched forward, but it's not really doing that. And then his helmet has been kind of raising on his eyes, so if you move his head down, the helmet kind of doesn't go with his head, it kind of stays there, and now his eyes are blocked. Now Cap can't see. But otherwise, despite this myriad of issues, he has a some close to amazing Yamaguchi. Like this arm right here is double jointed and move. His arm right here for his saluting hand, that doesn't seem to want to go where it needs to go. Maybe if we do that. Yes, again, we can feel that you don't want to press that too much, or else we got a broken bootleg on our hands. Nobody wants that. Admittedly, he might have cost $15, but still, that's $15 of money, Of course, and now his helmet, of course, is just almost completely off. But as far as how he looks, we will say that he looks good. Like recently, we did a review on this guy. Many people call this the best Captain America ever. I am not going to argue with him on that because he is a fantastic figure. And these two have a very similar look. Even though this is the best blue I've ever seen. But even this darker blue on this bootleg figure is a darker blue than almost all of the other Cap figures in the background. And it really does look good on Captain America. Okay, yeah, so if you're familiar at all with Amazing Yamaguchi, they have all kinds. And, this guy, does a pretty good job of mimicking all of the Amazing Yamaguchi articulation, which is what they are famous for. It's just that he is so, fragile and on the verge of breaking. But if you can like I said, if I wanted to heat him up a little bit to kind of protect his his what's the word? Constituency? That's not the word. But constitution? Here's what I don't understand. Something falls on the floor. Why can't it just fall on the floor so you can bend over and pick it up? It falls and then carams, and then now you have to look for it. That's upsetting. Okay. Like I said, this leg keeps falling off, and you want it to snap back in, but no, it just slides back in, which means it's going to fall off again, so repeatedly. But that's okay, As long as it doesn't break, we can deal with it falling off. Also, let's take a look at this shield, which looks very good. And again, one of the things I like about this particular shield, as I mentioned before, I am not a big fan of the Marvel Legends, peg thing shield. This isn't even a Captain America shield. This is a Red Guardian shield. But nonetheless, they're all the same. But this one, has you can peg in the hand thing, and there you go. And now you got a nice little shield there. I like that feature. I like that a lot. He has this brown peg here, if you can see that, which plugs into his back, and then you plug his shield into that hole, like so. And now Captain America has his shield on his back. You know, that is nice. Revoltech. I mean, we got to give Revoltech credit for is a bootleg, and I'm pretty sure that if it didn't have so many problems, it would be on a legitimate Revoltech shelf for somebody to buy. But that is very clever, very clever, very good, Revoltech, very good. And here goes the Revoltech bootleg Steve Rogers with his Steve Rogers head, which I got to say looks really good on him. Plus, you know, his head it kind of fixes his hunched over look. But this is it's a good looking Steve Rogers head right here. I got to say, holding his shield, looking good. If you just keep this guy in this position, that's a hell of a good looking action figure. Is when you start trying to move him and pose him is when you get into problems. But just like that, let's see if we can fix his knees are kind of messed up. But otherwise, he's a good looking Steve Rogers right there, I'd say. Let's put his okay, now this is gonna get tricky. We're gonna put on his bullet reflecting effect, which shouldn't be too much of a problem, and then put him in a pose. And I've broken it. I have broken his bullet reflecting thing. And so much for that. Okay, so we'll put it in like that. Oh, Chris. Things you do for your art. And we can't use that. C'est la vie. I am sure that I could fix this, though. But, otherwise, you know, you keep him up there. Keep him fighting. He's Steve. He's ready. And there goes Steve, ready to fight in some kind of pose. I don't know. Steve, oh my gosh, Steve, you're killing me over here. But, again, you know, if you don't mind playing, you know, like Legos with him, treat him like a Lego, and when you just put his pieces back together, I think this is an okay action figure. So, as you know, we don't assign value to our bootleg figures because, you know, while it says Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, this is not an Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, even though I have a feeling it was at one point on its way to being an Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, but then his legs started falling off, his head started popping off, his waist started jiggling. Now, mind you, his arm fell off too, and then they're like, okay, we can't make this guy actually one of our products. We're going to have to sell him to the bootleggers. And the bootleggers sold him, and now he has come to me for $15. So if you want a real Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, then I suggest you buy a real one. However, if you want something that looks a lot like an Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, and you understand that you're going to get a fairly broken figure, but looks good if you don't touch him too much, I present to you Bootleg Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America.